I'm going to talk about potential indicator of terrorist activities. Who are terrorists? Terrorists have a wide varieties of weapons and tactics available to them at their disposal. Their objectives and specific targets or threats of mostly the common commercial places or office or business places or buildings, including they have an improvised explosive device, then Arson. Then Arson means like a burning of a house, like as if it's like a fire which occur. Then also a small harm attack, also by shooting someone using gun. Then also they go through assassination, right? Using a sniper weapon. Then also by kidnapping someone. So they have a lot of tactics. Then also point number 5, they have a chemical or biological or radiological agent attack. Then also point number 6, they have like an aircraft attack. Then also they have cyber attack. So these are potential indicator of terrorist activities. So terrorist activities indicator are observable or incidents that may precede a terrorist attack. Indicator of an imminent attack required. Immediate action may include the following. So what are the immediate action in case of a terrorist attack? Person in a crowd areas wear unusual blocky cloths that might conceal suicide explosive, right? So we have to be vigilant of people around. So maybe there's explosive in some certain vest cloth people use. There are also vehicles which are illegally parked near the facility, like your office place or your residential or any government place, or it depends. So you have to be suspicious of those things, right? Then person who came to your facility who doesn't have correct ID cards or proper form of dressing. Then point number 3, unattended package. You should always be vigilant, or people or security should always be vigilant of on an intended package that is left on the table or in the walkway. So they have to be vigilant of those things. Then point number 4, it's talking about suspicious package and also letter received from a mail might also contain an explosive or chemical, biological or radiological agent. So I'm going to talk about the indicator of potential surveillance by terrorists and criminals, including what? Number 1, person using videos or camera or observation equipment in or near the facility or any area. So this simply means that what are the indicators of potential surveillance? These terrorists, they can either use a cameras or a video as if they are videoing your business place or any government place. So you have to be vigilant of those people that are doing those things. Then person discover with the facility maps or photo or diagram with a critical asset highlighted or notes regarding infrastructure or list of personnel. So also they can take notes of personnel that are coming, or also they have map of a place. So so you as a security or a building manager, they have to, or any office space, they have to be conscious of those things, people that are doing those things. Then point number 3, person parking and standing and loitering in the same areas, that's going up and going down over and over, multiplied by a period with no appropriate reason of explanation. So these people also are victims. You can also suspect them of that. Then person also question facility employee or off-site about practicing or partaking to the facility or its operation, or also increasing a potential email or telephone, fax or postal email requesting information about the facility or the ministry. So this simply are people that are sending information about your company, about your business. You should watch out for all of these things, not to give them information, because so they can also be an terrorist activities. Then facility of employee inquiring about facility or operation or equipment or assets or security measures. So you have to watch out for people that are asking about security conscious in certain facility. How many security are here? How many? Where is the exit road and other things? Where is your store? So people should always be vigilant about those things. There also an increasing in building left and unsecured doors, left unlocked when normal secured are locked at all times. So you have to keep your buildings safe and locked, right? Then we're talking about office buildings, common vulnerability, right? I'm talking about office building. The following are key common vulnerability of a commercial office or business place. For this reason, most must be checked regularly. So this simply means that any office or business place should check their facility or their facility on a regular basis. What are they looking for? Lack of adequate perimeters or site security measures, that the fence or the security cameras, those things need to be checked in every facilities or building or business place. Then the building design that lack of security considerations also, like blister or resistance or glass also. Then lack of adequate vacuum control, that is the traffic lights, right? Like the access to your business place or your government offices. So lack of traffic lights also can also cause the terrorists can also use this as an advantage, wherein they coming with vehicle which has an explosive can also enter inside without any traffic light. So there should be a traffic light in every entrance of every facility. The lack of security in the loading dock, right? Or shipping or receiving of mails. So you have to be vigilant in any mails that is coming to every building or every facility or government place. They should have people who are there to check them, to monitor those things, whether they are in good order. Otherwise, terrorists can use that one to execute their plans or their agenda, right? Then also, you have to open or access buildings by the tenant or employee or visitor, right? Then lack of security at a building utility supply point. So there should be also, most time in every facility, let's say like instance, the plant room is here, right? There should be security who should monitor those places. Then there is where there is an important things, or the let's say like a generator room. So the security should always be vigilant about those things, because they can also use those places for explosives, right? Then also limited emergency response and security force. Then lack of security regarding supplies and contractor. I'm going to talk about protective measures. What are the protective measures for terrorist activity? Protective measures including equipment, like which equipment you have, then personnel and the procedures of the design of the building. To protect a facility against threats and to migrate the effect of any attack. So in case of anything happen, how are you going to migrate people? If there is a bomb, how are you going to migrate people? So protective measures for commercial business place include, you have to plan and preparedness. So in every business place or offices or commercial place, they have to have a plan and preparedness. So what are the plan and preparedness? The 2 points is read and become familiar with the security plan of every emergency response plan for the facility. So in every building, they should have an emergency evacuation process plan. So we are in this plan is they are written there in case of fire, which exit way you should use. So these are planned by the incident manager, right? So in case of any fire or any accident or bomb, which way are we going to use? What are we going to do? So this is called the emergency. This is called the planning procedures or evacuation plan. knowing and understanding the procedure for the building of evacuation. So you have to understand the building. People that are working there, they have to have awareness about how, in case of any emergency, what they should do. Right? Then I'm going to talk about access control. Access control. What is access control in this context? Always wear your photo or identification. So if everybody in the workplace, they wear their identification, so in case of anyone that is not working there, they will be able to locate that this person is not working here. They will be able to identify. Then you have to issue an identification badge for contractor. That's people that are coming to work there, like a contractor, like builders or maintenance. They should have their own ID cards, while staff should have their own cleaner, their own ID cards. Then cleaners also should have their own ID card. Then also housekeeping or vendors, everybody should have their own separate ID card. So that ID card we use to identify people according to their designation. Right? Then also point number 3, ensure that all visitors sign in and sign out. So every visitor that is coming to that premises, they should sign in their name and take their ID card and check their information verification before they can enter any premises. So these are measures how to protect terrorist act. Then point number 4, also you have to review vehicle traffic pattern inside the building. So if, let's say, this community or this building, they have their gates they have their main entrance in the gate, so there should be a light system there which can control to stop, tell vehicle to stop, so at least they can able to monitor, rather than a vehicle should just enter a building without stop. Right? Then also you have to approach all illegal parking vehicle, required that they should be leaving that premises. Right? So all the time, securities or safety manager who are there in that vicinity, they should always make sure that the parking that are there, no extra vehicle or non-vehicle should not park there for a very long time. So these are measures wherein you can use this procedure in highly risk country. Right? Although terrorists they are not in every country, but these are measures how you can watch out for those things from mere future experience. Then also you have to regularly check the doors. You have to regularly check the doors or the windows to control the access routes. Right? The main entrance gate. You have to check the doors of the cabin that is there. Yeah. Then also, we're talking about office of a building, right? Communication and notification. What is communication and notification in this context? You have to be familiar with the using system that provide communication with all people at the facility or the community or this building. So there should be communication, something that will communicate all of them. Everybody should knows. Then also knowing who should be contact in case of emergency. So everybody should be aware that in case of any bomb threat or in case of any suspicious problem or any suspected or suspicious item, who to contact, which one is the immediate contact. So this basically means that you should have, in every building, you should have names of emergency contact. In case of anything happen, we are going to call this number. So emergency contact should be displayed in every place, and evacuation procedure also should be displayed there. Then we're talking about also development and process for communication to the building manager. So every building manager, there should be communication, or every facility or ministry, there should be person who is communicating in case of, okay, now there is no water, or now we have a fire, or there is a false alarm. So they should have people they should communicate with. Then I'm talking about monitoring and surveillance inspection. Monitoring and surveillance inspection in your facility, that these things help to look who are coming into this facility, and by monitoring them. So this is the responsibility of security. Make full use of video and surveillance equipment, right? So they have to check this the CCTV system. Regularly check all alarm system in the building. They should check that everything is in good idea. good term, you understand, good working process. Then also continuously monitor all people that are entering or leaving the facility or ministry or government place or business place. They should be monitoring all people. Then continuously monitor all vehicle approaching the facility. They need to sign in the main gate before they can enter inside the premises. So you have to be vigilant of those things also. So in this context, all these things can help person in one way or the other to vigilant about your surrounding. Not only about terrorists, but to vigilant about the movement, about people that are around you, what are they taking, what are they doing, right? So I stop here. In my next topic, I'm going to talk about a topic called exhibition center and sports facility.